This week's email was from John of Newton. He says, I have never had a back injury in my life, never been to the doctor for any back problems. I am 50. I fell off of a scaffold 18 feet onto my back. Now my employer is saying my back injury was not the prevailing factor and they are denying my claim. How can they do this? What does it mean to have that it's not the prevailing factor, and is this right? Well, this is a common, John, this is a common problem that we're seeing in workers' compensation claims quite frequently now, and that is if you're over the age of 40, I would even say over the age of 30, most doctors will say that you have some degree of degenerative disc disease, which is nothing more than the aging of the spinal column, the spine, the vertebral bodies, and the disc in between them, the aging of that. And that aging process can cause problems, can cause symptoms, can cause certain conditions such as herniations or bulging of disc and so forth. In your particular situation, if you can document through your family doctor, chiropractors, or whoever you have seen before this accident for any problem, that you weren't having an ongoing back problem and you fell at work, and the doctors now have done diagnostic testing on you and there is signs or symptoms either through the diagnostic testing or through a what we call a clinical setting, a examination room setting, that you have a problem with your back, the prevailing factor really is going to be the fall and not the degenerative disc disease in your back. All right, and I think that's a red herring that many employers are bringing up just to try to avoid the requirements of the workers' compensation system in the state of Kansas. And quite frankly, it's what I call legalized age discrimination, because the legislature has now legalized age discrimination by including this prevailing factor test in workers' compensation claims. You need to get a workers' compensation lawyer. A good workers' compensation lawyer can beat this defense. It will take some effort. It will take some work. You'll probably have to see another doctor to get some opinions on this prevailing factor test, but you should prevail in your case and beat this employer's use of this particular defense. It's just not right for the employer to deny a claim when there's no history and you have a traumatic event, especially 18-foot fall onto your back. So check with a workers' compensation lawyer right away. Thank you, John, for that email.